Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Pennfield for many of you, your first concert here, being 7th grade parents, so that's awesome. And it's great to have you here tonight to hear all of our musical groups that we're going to share with you this evening. My name is David Orhowski. I teach 8th and 9th grade band, and obviously I teach jazz band as well, and we're really happy to open up the evening for this concert. Tonight you're going to hear from, this is the one group that's, if you will, multiple age levels of grades 7, 8, 9 students that audition from our music program to be part of this group. Then you're going to hear 7th grade orchestra, 7th grade chorus, and 7th grade band. Each of these groups has worked pretty hard to put together their music for you, especially for the first time. And they did an assembly today in which they played for their peers, which is frankly the hardest thing any one of us have to do. And they did a really great job of managing that, learning from it, and now they're here to perform for you as well. And we really encourage you to enjoy all of the music tonight. There's a lot of groups performing tonight, and we look forward to having a full audience throughout the evening to help support them in their endeavors as well. So thank you so much for those efforts as well with being with us. So without any further ado, we're going to get things started. This is a great Cole Porter original called Too Darn Hot, and we're going to hear some really nice drum work from Josh Platt back there, an upright bass with Michelle. We have a nice trumpet solo by lead trumpet player Aiden Hayes, and I don't think I've left any other major solo things out, but it's a great feature for the whole band. It's a lot of fun. Here's Too Darn Hot. much. That's actually one we did about 10 years ago. I decided this was the right group to pull it out with, and they have done a great job in just really very few rehearsals. We're now going to continue from Cole Porter to Duke Ellington, a great ballad called Come Sunday. And we're going to have a nice tenor solo in here by Mahi Nuthanapati, a nice little, some lyric lines and trombone back with Ryan, another one by Aiden on trumpet as well. And we'll do one more for you. I don't think I've ever done a concert in December where I can tell you 8 different students are going to take solos. And when they're taking solos, they're improvising. So every time they do it, they're really creating it right in front of you. So you heard Aiden doing one, you heard Mahi doing one, and then it's a short solo section, don't panic. And then we've got 6 people soloing because they were sort of in a nice way arguing on who was going to get the solo last night. So 7th grader Caleb DeLenge on trumpet, and then David Riley on vibes, CJ Poyo on alto, then Ben Buckholtz on trumpet, and then Michelle Schwartz on bass, and Akshay Krishnan on guitar. They're short solo sections, but I think you're going to like this. Following this, we're going to be doing one of those really quick presto changeo things up here, so bear with us while we do some equipment changes and get ready for orchestra as well. Thanks for being a great audience tonight. second to talk a little. We're going to just get some things moved around a little bit, orchestra set up. We'll be back in 5 minutes with your next group, so thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for your patience. I'm Mr. Pimentel. This is the String Orchestra, 7th grade, Pennfield Middle School. Please, stand. I have a great speech for you tonight. But you know what? Enough time has been spent. Let's make some music. We're going to switch tonight's order, and we're going to start with the selections from Harry Potter, then the waltz, then we'll finish with Jingle All the Way. Enjoy the magic of Harry Potter. That was the medley from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the first of the movies. Really difficult work for these 7th graders, ladies and gentlemen. Really difficult. I'm so proud and happy of what they're doing up here on the stage. Think about it, for every tone that they create for you to hear, at least a dozen different musical components had to come together just to create one solitary moment of tone, let alone playing for an audience, playing with an ensemble, even playing with a stand partner. Amazing the challenges that they have to put together to create this for you. And now we're gonna go someplace cold. Someplace cold and full of snow and ice, like Pennsylvania. And I need you to use your imagination and be there on a lovely, lovely day on a beautiful lake covered in ice. You and your partner holding hands and not falling, skating. The skater's waltz for you, ladies and gentlemen. Pat was impatient to start the evening's celebration. Thank you for coming out tonight. We have a lot more music in store for you. For our final presentation, a lovely piece called Jingle All the Way, which kind of has jingle bells, kind of has a little bit of jazz. Cool jazzy piece to finish off the strings portion. Thank you again for coming tonight, and have a great night.
7th grade chorus portion of tonight's concert. Our first selection is That Time of Year. It's a lively 3-part selection from the Disney movie Olaf's Frozen Adventure. This is an upbeat and cheerful song. We look at traditions that families have and how they impact our holiday seasons.
Hanukkah dedication starts slowly and dramatically. This festive work moves into a lively dance-like refrain with a 2-beat feel. The text touches on both the historical and spiritual significance of the Hanukkah celebration.
When you see the glow of the menorah, may it spark a guiding light in you to rededicate yourself to freedom. The promise each year
Wintergreen is the title of our third piece tonight. This is a slower tempo song and is full of great harmonies. It paints the picture of a moonlit, snowy evening and the snow hanging on the evergreen trees.
Our next selection is We Need a Little Christmas from the Broadway show May. This piece will make your toes tap and your head nod in the rhythm to the upbeat tempo. This song was quite a challenge to learn and to pronounce the lyrics so they are understandable.
The tree.
thank you for coming to the winter concert for 7th grade, and I would like to acknowledge our accompanist, Mrs. Juanita Nash.
Thank you very much. My name is Mr. Jernigan. This is the 7th grade band here at Pennfield. That first tune you heard was called Into the Darkness by Bill Calhoun. So a little bit of sad feeling. I felt like in the beginning of the year we were a lot of rain, really dark, so we kind of felt the mood. We're going to head a little bit across the Atlantic with a tune called Atlantic Crossing by Alan Lee Silva. Thank you. When I think about the very first day that we got together for 7th grade band, they really come a long way. And from that first time getting together, you know, maybe even saying, oh, yeah, you gotta blow in this end, you know, we gotta knock off that summer rust sometimes. But from where we've gotten from that first day of band to where we are today is really what makes me really love this job, because seeing that progress, seeing what music does to these guys, especially what it does for them and their education and their brains, is just great as an educator to see. This next tune is called Into the Light by David Schaefer. Before we do our last tune, I just want to do a quick shout out, especially to North Penn TV is here tonight recording the whole concert. So that'll be available on YouTube for all of us to enjoy. So in case you had any friends or family or relatives that couldn't catch it tonight live, they'll be able to catch it on YouTube in about a week. And again, another thanks also to our principal, Mrs. Dome, our assistant principal, Dr. Carlin, also to the school board. Home and School provided the new jazz band ties tonight, so thank you very much to them as well. And lastly, to all the chaperones and the people that make this all happen tonight, Mr. Rowski, Mr. Thompson, Mrs. Riley as well, and Mr. Pimentel for the orchestra. A round of applause for all those who did this as well, the chorus, orchestra, and the band tonight. This last one is getting us into the holiday spirit. They actually had a little fun choosing this one. I had them vote on 4 different tunes that I posted on Google Classroom, and they picked this one, mainly I think because the percussion like this one as well, and you'll see why. This one's called African Bell Carol. And lastly, I would like to thank you all, friends and family, parents. Thank you very much for all what you do for your students up here on stage. Let's hear it one more time. 7th grade, chorus, orchestra, and band. Dan, we're going to have a